Local man Mr. PSX here, and today I'm talking a bit about Stormy Ascent. Now I know what you all expect me to say, but we'll get to that. And at the end I'll tell you what the worst level in Crash Bandicoot is to me. Okay, I have known about this level for a long time and even played it, though with an emulator. And actually done it in one go, no deaths, using the Japanese version. To video. I recall that took 3 or so tries to do, that being made years after I originally played it, and I hadn't touched the level since. But recently I got a chance to do it finally using real hardware, a real PS1. I applied some Game Sharks to the final game and I actually completed it. Now you might be asking how the hell I did that, especially these days. Well, I don't have any issues at all about how the game controls. None. Never have had any. What do you mean the D-pad only controls suck? If you ask me, what do you need analog control for? Outside some simulation driving. The controlling is and feels a bit different compared to Crash 2 and 3, sure, but still I don't find any problems with it in this game at all. Anyways, local madman completes PS1 Stormy Ascent and gets a gem with a real PS1. The level and a real machinery. Here's how far I actually got using the PAL version. Even the emulator freezes during this loading screen. That was the version I tried last. What is it with PAL version always having the figurative finger to give to the player? Yes, I hate PAL games, but for different reasons than the internet deal with it. They're just fine to play. They started to have delta timing around the PS1 times. Don't you just love it when something happens after you complete something? Mr. PSX here from the future, sort of. You can probably figure out that this bit is spliced in after me managing to complete the PAL version and deciding to update this video. The original recording was done at 6th June around 1 AM and the video was completed 6th of June 1551, almost 4 PM. I'm recording this edition at June 8th around 9:40 AM and all the images I'm going to be using are of the PAL version. And how can you tell? That's why the HUD is there and PAL specific things. And if you compare those to the NTSC version, you'll find that the image is in a slightly different spot on the CRT screen, and likely I've done the level again. So PAL thoughts, the level is a bit buggier, and it likes to crash arbitrarily on me for some reason, and that happened on all discs that I tested that ran this level. They all crashed randomly, so it's likely the game and not my stuff. But yeah, it was the Platinum disc that didn't boot to this level at all. But I have done the level. There's a bit more bugs, like these lab asses throwing their potions that go through the ground. That's not supposed to happen. That they explode lower than they are intended. There's this one that can actually hit you, so you might want to have an aku if you make it there. And there's this one that you can just let go through you. And the bird right after this bit can be hazardous to your health. But yeah, I have made it to the end and I have the 0% password and the save file. And due to the crashes, it took more tries than usual, but still it was not 50 tries. No. Oh, there we go. It crashed arbitrarily. Arbitrarily on me. It crashed arbitrarily, and I had to try to get this to happen. This is my second attempt just now for this, trying to catch a crash off guard. And even then I already have died twice, thanks to the asshole design. But yeah, I'm gonna get a montage of all the crash points, possible arbitrary crash points. Okay, the Japanese version, which I tried playing first, just gets there without a loading screen. There I am here. But picking up a Cortex token always freezed it for some reason, which didn't happen to me with an emulator. I don't know if this is because I used a PAL PS1, but anyway, the first try was halted by the second Cortex token. The second try I got to the end, but since you get the third token automatically, it ended there. I had to complete it without boxes, and I did that later after another thing, which took more than one attempt, but I did die twice, and that was actually my mistake, and then the level timers got screwed, which was fixed by the second death. So it was not the level. I did allow it for reasons since I couldn't get the gem anyway. A day later I actually managed to beat it with the best stats possible due to the crashing reason. 2 boxes missed. Anyway, American version. Second version I tried this with. Loading screen. Into the level. Getting tokens. Don't crash it this time. Awesome. After 2 attempts, I get to the end and get the gem. I got my 0% complete, and here's the freaking password. And I took that 0% save file, and it now sits in an archive of mine. Hey Garland the Great, am I at your level? I've done 100% in each game of the trilogy, each region. Real discs, real hardware, and with Crash 3 is actually 105% with all platinums in each region, and with the Japanese game have done some Pocket Station stuff with a real Pocket Station. Stormy Ascent European version, American version and to an extent Japanese version got added to this just now. This means I'm completely wrecked, whatever that means. So the actual level. Those who know me likely can guess what I'm about to say about it. It was still pretty easy, despite having a few annoying bits. If you can play the normal game, you absolutely can do this as well. It's not that hard, especially after remembering all of it. The annoying bits are the following. This jump getting down these stairs soon after the second checkpoint. I would have changed it a bit. This bit just after hitting the final checkpoint. The timing has a chance of getting to ass, which takes time to get to good again. Then this bit a little later when these platforms move fast. Plus I would have adjusted some spike locations under them birds sometimes, as you at times hit the spike instead of the bird. Other than those things and possible dying screwing up some timers, it wasn't really that bad of a level to get the gem on. I get it, it was still a bit unfinished when dummied out, but damn it should have been at least an Easter egg level in the final game. Not so difficult as they say in the internets. Reduce the speed of the fastest platforms and make adjustments to a few other bits, and it's not really much, if any, different than your regular endgame level. How can I say that? Are people bad at the game? Am I a god at the game, or just genetically different? Seriously, that level isn't even as long as Sunset Vista. The only issue I can really see is the lack of lives for those people who suck. It never goes above 6, and knowing how the game works. Anyway, it has been a while since I last played Crash Bandicoot, yet I was able to play it as good as I did. Garland's original video for the level states the gem took him 50 tries or something, need to check. While counting all the Japanese fumbling with me here, it took me 4 tries, otherwise 2. The PAL version is a bit more annoying to play since there's the constant fear of it crashing on you, and as said, the PAL version took around 12 tries. I wonder what it is why our try count is so different. Perhaps that I played the level years back using an emulator, as that was the only way at hand back then with save states, since why not, as I'm freaking cheating with that anyway, and thus knew it well in preparation for the actual no-death runs, since I have a good memory and people even say that to me. Too bad completing it just leads to a crash eventually. Game over just takes you to the map, no matter yes or no. Like Garland, I'm still saying the sequels should have kept the requirement of not dying for gems, especially since the crystals are already needed for the normal ending, of which you reach in Crash 1 by just getting to the end. So go play the PS1 version and this level. Despite these issues, it's not as difficult as the internet makes it out to be. No. In fact, it could be harder. Not only saying that because I play PAL Gran Turismo and have at the time of recording golded 89.92% of all the license tests of GT1, GT2, GT3, GT Concept 2002, GT4 Prologue, GT4 and Tourist Trophy, plus NTSC J, GT1 and GT2. So when we look at Stormy Ascent, it could be harder still. And you know what the worst level of Crash Bandicoot is? Fumbling in the dark. And Sunset Vista drags on a bit too long despite already being made shorter than initially planned. Those who hate the high road would greatly enjoy playing the Japanese version, since it's shortened considerably in that version. I don't hate that level that much, but I do also hate the turtle jumping a bit though. And that was the story of local man Mr. PSX here, completing Stormy Ascent with a real PS1 and getting the gem. Goodbye sirs and all that jazzy stuff for now.